My name is Charles. 12 years ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. It set me on a journey to better understand this condition. It's taken me around the world as I hope to change not only my life, but others living with this disease. I've teamed up with some of the best in health to find ways to not only control, but to reverse. It does not take much to live for others, and what we leave is how we will be remembered. I hope at the end of this journey, we will see that hope is a good thing and the start of a better future. Welcome to Reversed. A new day, a new challenge to tackle. Life is an amazing road that we have to navigate, and our health is something we have to make a priority. I found that out myself firsthand 12 years ago when I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And it's my pleasure to try to inspire others to make the changes in their life so that they can live their best life.
Welcome everybody, my name is Juan Diego, and today we're gonna be practicing a little bit of yoga. So I'm so glad to be here with you, and welcome to this journey of yoga. So I hope everything that we do today will help you in the future. First of all, I want you all to close your eyes, relax all your body, and as we relax, we will also relax our mind and our thoughts. And just focus on your breath and any sensation in your skin, any sound that comes, any thought, just look at it and let it go. Look at every part of your body and feel if there is any type of tension. You wanna go there and relax that part of your body. Let's bring an intention to this class, an intention that we can also bring every day in our life. Just think of it like a seed that you are planting inside yourself. And now we're going to sit a little bit.
Yoga is an excellent way to focus on the moment and also give attention to ourselves. With so much going on at times, we don't take us time. I wanted the guests to be able to use yoga to break away from the daily issues and to use this as a tool to focus on themselves and grow in mind and body.
Very slowly, we're gonna bring our hands together. We are gonna chant again the mantra Om. Big exhale. Inhale. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much for joining
Thank you.
for this little practice and meditation. So I hope to see you guys again soon. Namaste.
Okay, you all, I am so excited to be able to introduce to you the Carb Manager app. Now, we've been talking about empowerment, about giving you tools in your arsenal. This is another tool for you, and it's going to be very powerful because you're able to track your biomarkers, track your recipe, your foods, and also your macros. Now, I had a thought. Do you guys know what macros is?
Cookies.
Okay. Not macaroons, macros. So macros, some people love them, some people don't utilize them, but basically macros takes your total caloric content and breaks it down. It goes through your biomarkers, your height, your weight, your age, and then it calculates for you how many carbs, protein, fat, breaks it down. Our goal, all of us, is to give you as much information, as many tools as we can. So I can't think of a more powerful empowerment tool for you all. So sit back and watch. Let's take a look.
Hi there, Mylene here with Carb Manager. We are so excited to join you on your journey toward better health in Season 2 of Reversed and beyond. Research suggests that a ketogenic diet can be a powerful ally in improving and even reversing type 2 diabetes. We won't go too deep into the science here, but many researchers believe that keto combats diabetes by improving insulin sensitivity, reducing abdominal fat, and lowering inflammation. In addition to tools for managing your keto diet, the Carb Manager app also includes a suite of tools specifically designed to manage diabetes and guide your journey back to metabolic health. These tools include the ability to track and set goals for biomarkers like insulin, blood glucose, and ketones, calculate your glucose ketone index or GKI, toggle on diabetes carb tracking, and sync data automatically with devices like Keto Mojo. If you've already downloaded the app, then congrats on taking the first step towards better health. As a bonus, we've automatically upgraded you to a full year of Carb Manager Premium. We're so excited to be working with you on Reversed Season 2 and would like to officially welcome you to the Carb Manager family. Happy carb tracking!
So as you can see, this is just an amazing tool. Now, what I would say for you guys when you first start, macros are really important for you to understand at least what your parameters are. Now, if it's going to stall you and you're not going to do it because you don't want to go through all of that, then that's your choice. But use the macros in the beginning because it's extremely, and they make it so easy for you to just scan something and put it in.
Looking through it and just kind of playing around with it, it was so simple. And I know, like, busy lifestyles, it's just like sometimes it can feel very overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But this is like it has the recipes, it has like a shopping list.
Bingo. And that is it. And so
everything.
for somebody like you, Lisa, who doesn't like to dive into some people are geeks and they just want to know everything. You really not so much, but what this will help is it breaks it down for you. It does it all for you, so you don't have to sit there. Some people calculate seriously on paper and try to figure it all out. The beauty of Carb Manager is it actually does it for you automatically, and that's what we're trying to do. And we're excited because it's integrating with Keto Mojo, so it will automatically draw in the glucose, ketone, GKI. So our goal as companies out here, the ones that care, are to work together so that we can give you everything you need. And that's the key. That's awesome. Integration and sharing information, and that's all it's about. That's why we're all here. So thank you, Carb Manager. Thank you guys. And again, we're here to answer any questions you have. So thank you.
Thank you. Coming up on Reversed. Whenever we do a series, I always find a way and want to give back.
I do want everybody to know, like, this is awesome. Like, they have playgrounds and stuff. Like, oh, man.
Giving back is always on my heart. No matter what place we are in life, there's always something that we can bless another person with. I found a local orphanage that does amazing work and wanted us to visit and cover maybe the kids' lunch or just send a wave. I have a feeling this is going to be a moving moment for many. So I'm taking off my mask only for a few minutes right here, right? Because for everyone's protection and also the children. We all have to have masks. Please make sure they're above your nose because if they're not, they don't work. But whenever we do a series, I always find a way and want to give back because no matter what space that we are in, we can always help someone. I don't care if it's my last breath in the hospital. I can figure out a way to give back every dime I have in that hospital or figure out a way to improve someone else's life. So I'll put my mask back on and introduce Matt. He could tell you a little bit about what's going on here. We'll be able to, we were able to help donate something to get the kids a good meal today, and Matt probably tell you the full menu, but we'll also be able to view some of the property. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and even though we're not so close up, it was done with love, and we're all a part of it.
Thank you all so much for coming. As he already said, my name is Matt. I've been here for about 7 years now, and Hogar de Vida is the name of this home. Hogar de Vida means home of life, and this home is for 35 children, all from birth to 10. It is a transitional home, so that means that it's going to be like a U.S. foster type of a placement. So the children are placed here by PANI, which is your Costa Rican welfare services, your child welfare services. They are the ones that go in and investigate into the homes and say, you know, this isn't a safe place for the child to be. We need to remove them from that place, and then they place them within our facility. And then we are here to receive them, take care of them while they're here and during their time. Some of them may be here for a few months, some of them may be here for a few years. Just like in the foster system, it can take a while to go through the process. Sometimes they are able to be reunited with their biological family, depending on their progress as parents, you know, if they've been able to address the issues that cause the children to be removed from the home.
I've actually personally never been to an orphanage, and it's very, very humbling to experience such beauty and hospitality. I mean, when I first came today, it was so heartwarming seeing the kids sitting there, seeing them interact and have a home just for safety, for love, for protection. It's really an experience.
I'm so glad you guys are here today. It's awesome to have you guys come visit and be a part of us and what we get to do.
And what's interesting here today is, I know this probably hits home to a few people, because we have some folks who have been adopted, right, and come from adopted home. I think Asa comes from an adoption background, so.
It really, it touches my heart. I mean, when I lay foot on a place like this, I look at the value and the life and the love that I was given. That someone like yourself took me at a small age and cared enough to love me, right? When maybe I wasn't in a good situation. And then a system like yours allowed two people to come in and adopt me and give me probably the greatest life anybody could ever pray or dream for. Mm-hmm. Having lived for a short time in an orphanage under foster care, I was in a place, I know where these kids, I know where they come from. I know what they're feeling. I know what their go-through is, what their hopes are. And I was very blessed and very fortunate to have two amazing parents that adopted me and took me into their home and loved me as their own. Not everybody has that opportunity. So to be in a place like this in Costa Rica and to go and just share and to give and to support an orphanage like that, for me, it's life-changing.
I also want to
It's a big deal.
Both of my children are from a place like this, but this is beautiful.
Yes.
This is really nice. Very emotional. But to see playgrounds, and they sound so happy. That it's just, thank you. But I do want everybody to know, like, this is awesome. Like, they have playgrounds and stuff. Like, oh man, we didn't have any of this. They did love them. You could tell the nannies and everybody that worked there loved them. But it's just neat to see that you really have a lot of things to let them be children. So thank you.
You're welcome. It is a big blessing. It is something that is not very common. You know, we do have 8 acres of property with space for the kids to run, and that's just, you know, a gift from God, because there are a lot of homes that don't have that opportunity. And you realize even more right now with COVID and all the stuff that's going on, and you know, the kids here can't really leave the property, or haven't been for most of the year. You know, normally we do lots of outings, we go to, you know, the beach or those things regularly to get them out and to be part of the community and be part of those things. But all that's been closed down. So it's only just now this year, just starting now, that they can go back to school again and get out a little bit. Yeah.
You know, this is what children need, man, especially ones who have been displaced, you know. So I really thank you, Matt. Like I said, for me, it's not about doing a TV show. It's not about it's really, that's my heart, you know. And so I'm glad to be here. Anything I could do to help in the future, just let me know.
Thank you.
Some of the guests and experts have personal stories. Asa, Carl, and Maria all have a relationship in some way with adoption and foster care. This was a welcome break from the education they were getting back at the house. Coming up on Reversed.
I have a protein noodle lasagna for you that's so easy, you're gonna wanna make all of this.
It's been a joy. And so Dr. Fung, you are our guru over here.
Aloha, my keto friends. Now, Lisa, yesterday I believe it was, you said, I love lasagna.
Oh, yes,
And I said,
do.
I have a recipe for you, my friend, because I love lasagna too.
Wonderful.
So, I have a protein noodle lasagna for you that's so easy, you're gonna wanna make all of this. Now, I have the Mama Maria's sauce here.
Oh, that looks delicious.
And again, I made a huge batch of it, so, I mean, my kids like to just eat this. So we're just gonna start layering the bottom of your casserole dish with the Mama Maria's sauce, all right? And then you need lots of mozzarella, you need some Parmesan, you need some cottage cheese or ricotta.
Oh, ricotta.
Ricotta. I think that I gave them the tools and the knowledge on how to go home and make these things so they can be successful. Because these foods are not very difficult to make. And they are delicious. I think they really, really enjoyed them. This is the way my family eats. I have a 10 and 11-year-old, and they've eaten this way their whole life. And then you need your protein noodles, all right? So after you have a layer of your meat sauce in the bottom, you're gonna grab these really thin slices of turkey or chicken. Once you have a nice layer of that, then you're gonna do a layer of ricotta or cottage cheese. And you just, repeat these layers after you have a nice layer going on.
And you think about like when you're in keto, you're like, okay, they're gonna take away this, they're gonna take away that. But this is an example of you still can have lasagna. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
So that's fun. That's exciting. It's not taking something away.
No, it's giving us even more because now we can eat as much as we want and it won't affect our sugars.
Exactly. Carb counting and
right.
all
It'll
that
keep you full
addition,
for a long
subtraction,
time.
and this and that. I'm really amazed because when I first came to Costa Rica, I didn't believe. And it was kind of hard for me to wrap my head around understanding what the keto lifestyle, because I hate when people say diet. When you say diet, you take out a lot of what you thought that you could, so that constantly gives me like pain and suffering. And I don't want to be that person that has to suffer. So I love when it says ketogenic lifestyle, because that's something that I can get to and wrap my head around and basically do it from here on out, because I see the health benefits. I've seen my numbers change. I've come off my medicine. So I think that that's a great accomplishment.
So you're just sticking with about 3 layers for this?
Yeah, I'm gonna top this with maybe some more meat sauce and then cheese and then be done.
Beautiful.
I love cooking outside. Like, there's nothing, if I could always be outside, there's just something therapeutic about it.
How many times can you say you cooked outside in the mountains of Costa Rica?
Never.
Right.
First time ever. I'm gonna do this and just finish this up. Perfect. I do keep leaning on this, I probably shouldn't. But yeah, let's take this on in. How do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
That looks delicious.
Amazing.
It was so easy.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
That's all I could see.
It's heavy. This better feed all of us.
So I'm really excited about this scene right here. A few years ago when I was doing a film called The Diabetic You. We shot that around the world. I wanted to learn about this whole intermittent fasting thing. It was brand new to me. So I found this doctor online, and come to find out this is like the premier doctor in intermittent fasting, a guru. So Dr. Fung, you are our guru over here. Everyone is so excited to have you. We've got some of the other superstars out here in keto and health, and on all the guests from the show. So I would love if you just take it away and introduce yourself and get into intermittent fasting and diabetes and give them the 101 on what they need to know about keto and intermittent fasting.
Sure. So I'm Dr. Jason Fung. I'm a kidney specialist. So if you think about type 2 diabetes, the disease is actually very simple. Your body has too much sugar. That's it. It's not just in the blood, it's in your whole body, because you are able to take the sugar from your blood and store it in your liver, and you can store it on all kinds of ways. So if you have too much sugar in your body, then really, in order to reverse type 2 diabetes, you really only need to do one of two things. One is put less sugar in your body, or two, let your body burn it off. And that's it. That's all you need to know. If you think about it, it's an excess of energy. It's not too little energy, because people say, oh, you should eat 10 times a day. It's like, why would you want to do that? What you do when you fast is you simply extend the period of time that you're not eating. Okay, so you can do it in various ways. You can do a 16-hour fast, so you eat for 8 hours of the day and you fast for 16 hours of the day. You can do a 1 meal a day where you eat 1 meal and then don't eat again until the next day. So you might eat, say, breakfast and then not eat until the next day's breakfast. And during that time, what you're doing is you're simply allowing your body time to burn off all that glucose. That glucose that's making you sick and giving you type 2 diabetes. Well, that seems to me to be a very good thing, because in fact, you can completely reverse the disease by letting your body naturally take it off. And when you fast, people think, well, something bad is going to happen. Well, think about it this way. If there was a problem with fasting, we probably would have found out about it like a couple of thousand years ago. The point is that when you don't eat, you are going to use your stores of energy like your blood glucose. And then if you don't have enough blood glucose, you're going to dip into your body fat stores. And that is precisely the reason your body carries body fat. And this is great, because what's going to happen when you simply run your body without an external source of fuel, just like when you run your car without filling it up again, you're going to open up those stores of energy from your body fat, from your sugar, and then you're going to naturally be able to bring that down, and then therefore you're going to be able to get off your medication because your blood sugar is coming down, and you're going to lose weight, which means that your type 2 diabetes will either get better or completely go away, so that you take control of your health, put the control of everything back in your own hands using a way of eating, not drugs, your diet, because it's a dietary disease. Thanks so much.
Hold on, Dr. Fung. Hold on. We thank you so much, and we'll follow up with you, and we have a lot to work on over the next couple of days, and we know that this information was just beyond valuable. Thank you so much, Dr. Fung.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye. Coming up on Reversed.
I've seen so many of the effects. Sure. I even had an aunt that had dialysis.
So let's do the chocolate.
Salud.
So Jana, why don't we just maybe pick off where we left off yesterday? I know you were talking a little bit about your family history with diabetes.
Yeah, so I was asking if when I first learned about diabetes, if it was genetic, because my family, I come from a line of diabetics. starting with my grandparents on both sides of my mother and father's side. And then my mom and dad both had diabetes, aunts and uncles. My uncle was an amputee. He had, many amputations over the years. So that's been why I say it's, generations of having diabetes. I've seen so many of the effects.
Sure.
I even had an aunt that had dialysis, kidney,
Yeah.
to the
Renal
point
failure.
of, yeah, till the point, that she passed away from that as well. So the reason I'm on, that I reversed is so important to me is because I want to break that cycle.
Right.
And I think it's a life changer if I can make that happen.
When it comes to making these changes with the lifestyle, with taking control of your health, sometimes people may not be so accepting. We saw that. Some people might say, you're not doing it the right way. With the idea of seeing those effects in your family, and you talk about the generational piece, what was it like growing up to see that? Like, what was going on that affected you maybe emotionally? Like, what was it, because to see family members go, that's pretty traumatic.
It is, but at the same time, now this is going to sound kind of maybe cold-hearted, but it was accepted. It was a normal part of, it's diabetes.
Right.
And so we accepted it. And looking back, I look at the cultural food that we ate, flour tortillas, potatoes, meat, and then as ages go on, my diet changed.
So I think what you're talking about here is putting together these elements of lifestyle, mindset, and of course the idea of taking action, right?
Yes.
Taking action, because there's this thing called the stages of change, right? And you're kind of right now, you're in that kind of like that preparation stage, but you're basically right now you're really transitioning to the action stage, which really is, I would say, when the rubber hits the road.
Yeah.
And that's when you really begin to apply what you've learned, and that's what it takes. And then eventually, after, say several months, 6 months, you get really into the groove, that's when you get into this maintenance stage. That's when things start to kind of perpetuate themselves naturally. You're doing things almost, I won't say without thinking about it, just becomes more of your regular routine. And that's when it gets easier. So it's the idea of breaking habits, the same kind of thing. When you change it long enough, you're going to find that it's easier to do.
Yes, and I have so many family members that are following my journey and supporting me in that sense. My daughters, if they see, what the end results are, and not, and it's never an end result, but it will be as far as some results, positive results. They're going to have a better outlook and know, wow, she said that there had to be a better way.
Right. Yeah.
So I know that that's on my shoulders, and I'm going to deliver. Right. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad we had a chance to talk, and that it really seems like you're on your way.
Thank you.
I really believe that.
It's been a pleasure.
And I think, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it going.
Absolutely.
Well, hey guys, we are so happy to be here with you. So I'm Chris, and
I'm Miriam.
yeah, there you go. One of the reasons why we're so happy to be here is because we really want to be able to help out everybody who's having so many problems with diabetes and using a ketogenic diet. And that's really why we created Keto Chow, was to help people out. I guess we can start with the electrolytes. Dr. Barry helped us develop this one. That's why his ugly mug is on the back. But I think what it actually was is he got tired of taking so many different supplements. He just said, hey, Keto Chow guys, can you make me one that has all of this? So we made it. We also have fasting drops. You guys know Dr. Jason Fung now? Hey, it's actually really good for extended fasting, which is something that you may get into as you go along, or hey, maybe not. But our main thing that we made, that's actually how this all started. Don't get me wrong, I will absolutely say that the best way to do a keto diet is to learn to cook and do whole natural foods. That's the best way to do it. Some of us don't have time to do that. And I just need something that I can grab and go. And that's actually where the keto chow, well, it's meal replacement shake came up. Anyway, I'm just gonna show you how to mix it up. So you guys will all have one of these, but it's just a blender bottle. Because we're here in Costa Rica, we're gonna be using crema de leche. And I'm just to make things easy, I'm gonna put 4 ounces in, which it'll make, on the back of the thing, it talks about how much, there we go, how many calories you get. It's around 500 calories if you use 4 ounces of heavy cream. So I'm gonna put in orange cream and mix it up.
Oh my God.
That was awesome. Okay, so I've got the fat. I'm going to add
Oh geez.
the keto chow. And then it just needs water from my super handy jug. And you can add more or less water to make it thicker or thinner. Yeah, shake it like a crazy person. So that's it. This is breakfast or lunch. Or you could make 2 of them, breakfast and lunch. They keep up to 6 days in the fridge. So let's do the chocolate.
Look how cute that is.
Yeah.
Cool.
Salud, guys.
Salud, salud.
Salud.
Lisa.
I'm so excited. I'm sorry. I'm saluting myself.
Do you want this one?
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
thank you so
You're very
much.
welcome.
And I'm clapping with my glass.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Hello guys, my name is Delfin Barquero. I'm a dentist here in Costa Rica. Hello, I'm honored to be with you guys. Charles invited me.
Y lo más importante, yo soy un paciente diabético tipo 2 que logró revertir su condición y he logrado personalmente cambios impresionantes. Me siento más joven que nunca, me siento con energía, pero sobre todo siento que tengo la responsabilidad de llevar esto a muchísimas personas.
So this is why I have passion with my patients, because I feel what you feel every day. Sometimes people do not realize how close oral hygiene is related to diabetes. This is something that you have to understand, because as you already know, meal frequency affects your sugar levels. I found that a lot of people started having improvements in their diabetic level, because when you start taking care of your mouth, if you have gum disease, your blood levels, I mean your A1C will go down immediately. It is magical. Why? Because you know that gum disease is an inflammatory disease. And what does sugar produces? Now you know. And this is kind of funny, because nobody believes me, but the most contaminated area of our bodies is not you know where, it's your mouth. Bacteria in our mouth, in our oral cavity, are so dangerous. Those bacteria can produce cardiovascular disease. It can produce cancer in your esophagus, in your stomach, in your colon, in your pancreas.
Tengo que explicar los efectos que tiene una mala salud oral, porque la periodontitis, que es la enfermedad de las encías, va de la mano con la diabetes. La periodontitis agrava la diabetes y la diabetes agrava la periodontitis, y esto es algo que normalmente no le ponemos atención.
Or, for example, this is really important because, as you know, if we don't control ourselves, we will have cardiac issues, right? Even if you go for a cleaning, even if you go for a simple cleaning, and you have, let's say, bleeding in your gums, just for that cleaning, if you have a stents or artificial bulbs or something in your heart system, you can die, because our bacteria that are the most dangerous in our body, if they get in your blood vessels and infect whatever you have, you can have a huge problem. So we need permission from your heart doctor just to perform a cleaning, because we can kill you. Now you have that tool to help your diabetes. dental stuff should be in your lifestyle. You cannot forget that. I am honored to be with you guys, and please, I'll be around. You will have my email, and we will connect. Please consider me a friend.
Oh, yes.
I am part of your life now.
Definitely.
And you are part of my life.
Because as soon as I get that A1C down,
you will have your veneer with me.
I'm going to have those veneers just like you.
All righty.
Nice.
Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you for all that information. Very good.
Thank you.
Coming up on Reversed.
I could see a phase of relief. When your insulin's high, it's hard to burn fat.
Just wanted to take a break for a little while. We have been going non-stop.
Okay guys, after the explanation we had this afternoon from Jason Fung, who's the real expert in intermittent fasting, we're gonna take you through the technique, the actual technique. Well, you shouldn't, in my opinion, go and do a fast before your body is somehow adapted. And as you have seen, our body acts as a bank. If the bank is completely full, first you need to let it release some of the energy before you go into the fast, because sometimes if you go cold turkey from the beginning, you might feel some difficulties.
I could see a phase of relief once they saw that doing fasting is not that hard, and especially the great effect how emptying your reserves can actually start a faster progress.
It really depends on which is the best way for you not to eat. So I'll give you two examples. First example is where you skip your breakfast. So the last meal you had was your dinner the day before. You skip breakfast and then you jump up to the lunch. There's another option to make it 16 hours. And that is, you have your breakfast, you have your lunch, you skip your dinner, and your next meal is gonna be breakfast. Depending on how you feel, which is the better for you, that's the one that you will choose.
A lot of people are afraid of fasting, right? They're like, oh, I've never actually not eaten in my life, right? And so, but all of you guys already fast. Every night when you're asleep. You fast for 6, 7, 8 hours every single night. And so this is a great strategy to do it. Another way that people find that really helps them a lot is to just add an hour on each end of their already existing sleep fast, right? And so don't eat an hour before you go to bed, and don't eat an hour after you wake up. Now that's a 10-hour fast. Do that for a day or two, get used to that, and then move in another hour. So you're restricting your time of eating, and you're expanding your time of fasting. So when you're fasting, you can drink water, obviously, always water. And a lot of people love to put a little salt in the water or some electrolyte drops, because that helps you. For many people, salt's like magic. A pinch of salt on your tongue, if you're starting to get hungry, hunger goes away. Okay, and that's perfectly safe, perfectly natural. A lot of people use that strategy, or put a little salt in the water, because what we're trying to do with the fast is keep your insulin level, your blood sugar level, and your insulin level as low normal as we can get them. Because what do you do when your insulin level's low? You burn fat. You burn fat. Okay, and when your insulin's high, it's hard to burn fat. Almost impossible. Okay, but when you fast for long enough, you burn up the glucose that Dr. Fung talked about in your blood, then you burn through your glycogen, which is stored glucose, and then if you fast for long enough, you start to burn fuel that's stored fat. Just because it's 9 a.m., or just because the entire family's sitting down to breakfast, or just because you're at a business meeting and everybody's having a snack, that doesn't mean you need to eat. You need to listen to your body. Look at your meter. If your blood sugar's high, you absolutely don't need to eat.
Okay, so I guess if our first day was Monday, you could be starting your first intermittent fasting or time restricted feeding probably on Saturday, Sunday, or when you're back home, being Sunday or Monday. and you tell us how you do.
Cool.
All right?
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you for that great
Thank you.
information.
Sure.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
guys.
Dr. Vega was kind enough to prepare dinner for us this night. Many had not seen meat cooked this way, and it was a treat for all of us. Chicharrones is a dish I love to eat when I can, and falls right in line with keto. It was definitely a good night.
Obviously, you're not timing this, you're doing it by look and feel. Yeah?
When you see the color that you're looking for, because there are two ways you can cook this. Naturally, as I'm doing it, where you only put natural salt.
Right.
And there's another kind of preservative that people use, which has nitrates.
Right.
It is a pink color. It's not the Himalayan salt, but it's a pink color.
Right.
So when they use it, it gives the meat a pinky color, so you know when it's ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take this meat to that point, only that without the tincture.
Gotcha.
Okay. It's gonna take.
So, I mean, and roughly what would you say is the cook time on doing something like this?
It depends. If I keep that fire like that, it can be ready in 1 hour.
So it's about an hour-ish is the work that's needed to be done.
That's right.
So the salt is actually added in the cooking process. It's not done after that.
Yeah.
Do you do a dusting after or not?
No, almost at the end, because if you don't, if you put the salt too early, the meat will dry. You put a garlic clove for every kilogram of meat. So
one
it
garlic
should be-
clove per kilogram.
Yeah,
so
so
we
it should
have
be
15, so we need 15
Yeah, 15.
cloves.
I just wanted to take a break for a little while. We have been going non-stop. But I just wanted to sit together, not worry about talking about diabetes or anything like that, and just enjoy each other. And Dr. Vega hooked us up with some chicharrones, and just tell them how you, number one, how you got started and why you got started.
Well, I love pork.
Is it pork belly or pork? What
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of pork?
You can do either pork papada, it's called this area, okay, or pork belly. That's pork belly.
What a way to finish a long night. Some healthy food, great conversations, and some dancing. Each day brings its own ups and downs, but I must say the energy is high and the path is clear. We are truly doing something we could all be proud of here.